Hello and welcome to episode 116 of Eye on the Tigers, the podcast with an eye on the Telford Tigers. Happy New Year! Been I think it was the week before Christmas was the last one, so a little break off podcasting between now and then, but back. We'll quickly run through. Yeah, it's been a good time for the Tigers. Nice 5-game unbeaten run, so happy days. Thank you very much. Lovely Christmas, lovely New Year period. But that's probably the big highlight, I think, to pick up on. But we'll jump in and go through the usual kind of format, I guess, starting with Tigers 2, because there's no movement or player announcements or anything like that to be picky upon. Certainly not for the Tigers, but perhaps we'll come to that just a little bit later. So Tigers 2 in action over the weekend. Just the one game at home on Saturday against Billingham Stars. 6-3 win. So that's a very nice result to have. Billingham Stars, of course, won the league last time out. Perhaps unlikely they're going to this season, I think would perhaps be the best way of putting it. But still, another good result for Tigers 2. Although they weren't playing on the Sunday, did find out who they would be playing in the Cup semi-final, and it will be the local rivals, the Solihull Barons. Solihull Barons securing the final semi-final spot, beating Hull Jets in a winner-takes-all game. So, Tigers 2 v Solihull Barons. That's one definitely to look forward to. And, of course, good luck to the team in that one. I'm definitely taking a look at travelling up to Telford to be there for the home leg of that, which is scheduled for this coming Sunday, the 18th of January. So, Tigers fans, who don't normally go and watch Tigers 2, in a Cup semi-final against Solihull, that's got a lot going for it, if you ask me. So, get yourselves down there. In terms of the Tigers, 2 games this weekend. First was on Saturday, travelling down to Swindon. I've mentioned about the 5-game winning streak. Well, that came to a very sudden and abrupt halt in Swindon. 9-1. A very big win for Swindon Wildcats. Perhaps the Wildcats determined to ensure there was no hangover from having gone out of the Cup the previous night, being shut out 3-0 at Leeds. They scored early. I think it was 29 seconds on the board when they got the first, and straight away at that point I got the feeling it might be a long evening, and lo and behold, I was right. Looked for a long time as though Tigers wouldn't score at all. Finally shovelled one home with, about 5 or 6 minutes to go, but I would say not much to cheer about from a Tigers perspective, but being completely honest, I don't think there was anything to cheer about from a Tigers perspective. Wildcats in pretty much complete control of the game, fully deserved their win. They also gave a debut to a new signing, Caden Villegas, I think it is. Put up 2+3 on the night. Looks a very handy acquisition for them. Obviously I'm not going to suggest that you're going to keep on going at 5 points a game, but definitely the kind of performance that you'd want from one of your imports, a new import of that, as Swindon are now up to 5 imports. I think he's somebody who will get a lot of ice time for them, and will push the Wildcats even further on, quite simply. I think he's going to become a pretty important player for them, and put up some very strong numbers in what's left of this season. So, Saturday night was as difficult as it could have got, having travelled to table-topping Swindon. At least Sunday was a bit easier. We were at home and it was only against a team who was second in the league, Sheffield Steel Dogs. So, more of the same? No, thankfully, is the very short answer to that. A 6-3 win on home ice. Wasn't at this one, so I think I saw Steel Dogs went 2-1 up. I thought, oh no, please no. But then, 4 pretty quick unanswered goals. Put Tigers in the driving seat by the end of the second period with a 5-2 lead, and goal apiece in the third made it 6-3. So a 2-point weekend. Realistically, if you're playing the top 2, over one weekend to come out of it with 2 points. It's not terrible. It's good. One at home, which we have been very strong at over the course of this season, I think I would say. Can definitely draw, I guess, some positives from finishing the weekend on a more positive note. Team still in fourth, which again, if somebody had offered me that back in August, absolutely bitten your hand off. Still plenty to be positive about, despite what can only be described as a disappointing performance and result on the Saturday night at Swindon. So, I've mentioned about signings and the like, and perhaps touched upon it there with Swindon Wildcats, but yeah, there's a few teams now in the National League that have got 5 imports. Of course, you can only ice 4 at a time this season. So, this week's question of the week, nice and simple. I know there's been plenty of discussion around it already, but I'm just going to explicitly ask it as the question now. What would be, or what should be, the number of imports, non-British trained players allowed in the National League? And by allowed, I mean that you can ice in a game. So how many imports, non-British trained players should you be allowed to ice in a game in the National League? Post it over the socials as always, so looking forward to receiving responses and the like around that. And of course, if you want to come on an episode, talk about that, your team, or anything else related to the league, just drop me a message. Very happy to do so. But in terms of this week's episode, that's it. I'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.